Today, there's a special message just for you. You're on the road to a fantastic future. Your life is turning into a wonderful adventure, full of brightness and joy. Now, there's a little secret coming your way. There's someone out there who's been keeping something from you. This person used to be one of your closest friends, someone you shared precious moments with. But after a certain point, things started to change between you two. Slowly, this friend began to feel differently, letting negative thoughts and jealousy creep in. They even thought about ways to make you look bad in front of others and tried to upset you. However, in a surprising turn, they stopped their plans and took a step back, choosing not to go down that path. The moment they realized the gravity of their mistakes, it was as if they hit a big red stop button. It was a wake-up call, and they quickly got a grip on their thoughts, steering them away from the negative spiral they were caught in. They thought back on all the moments when their actions could have thrown your life into chaos, causing you pain and sadness. This realization hit them hard, filling them with deep regret. Throughout your time together, you've been nothing but kind and supportive to them, treating them like someone very dear to you without ever harboring any resentment or ill feelings. Seeing you through this new lens of regret, they've started to truly appreciate the depth of your kindness, the warmth of your love, and the thoughtfulness you've consistently shown them. This contrast between their actions and your generosity has been eye-opening, prompting a strong desire within them to come clean about everything. They hope that by sharing their truth, they can somehow lighten the heavy burden of guilt that's been weighing on their shoulders. They're eager to confess everything about the plans they nearly put into action, plans that were aimed at undermining you and possibly causing you distress. However, as much as they want to clear the air, they're paralyzed by fear. The thought of revealing their intentions and the potential fallout is terrifying. They're scared of how you'll react once everything is laid bare. Will you look at them differently? Will this be the end of the trust and bond you've shared? These questions haunt them, making them hesitate. Despite their fear, the need to be honest with you is overwhelming. They understand that keeping this secret any longer is not an option if they hope to mend the rift their actions have caused. They're shaking in their boots, not just because they're afraid of losing you, but because they're also scared of facing themselves and the harm their actions could have caused. It's a moment of truth for them, a chance to confront their mistakes head-on and hope for your understanding and forgiveness. This confession is not just about seeking absolution, it's a step towards healing, towards becoming better individuals who are worthy of your trust and friendship once again. In this moment of vulnerability, they're not just asking for your forgiveness, they're also promising to never repeat their past mistakes. They've seen the error of their ways, and they're committed to making amends, proving that they can be a friend who's supportive, loyal, and trustworthy. This is their way of showing that they value the bond you share and are willing to do whatever it takes to preserve it, even if it means facing their fears and admitting their faults. They hope that this act of honesty will not only bring them relief, but will also restore the trust and strengthen the friendship that means so much to them. They understand the hurt they could cause you, especially since you've always seen them as someone close and dear. This realization has them tied up in knots of worry. After laying their actions bare before you, uncertainty clouds their mind. They're caught between hope and fear, pondering whether you'll ask them to stay or to part ways. The thought of potentially losing a friendship that means the world to them has them pacing floors and biting nails. They wonder with a heavy heart if the bond you share can weather this storm. The idea of your relationship not surviving this ordeal has them tossing and turning at night, anxious about the future. Despite the whirlwind of worry, they've hit a moment of clarity. Reflecting on their actions, they genuinely understand the wrongs they've committed. This isn't just about a simple mistake, it's about actions that could have deeply hurt someone they hold in high regard. They've spent countless hours thinking over their actions, filled with remorse for the pain they could have caused. Now, they're standing at a crossroads, earnestly hoping to prove that they are not their mistakes. Their heart, once led astray, now beats with sincerity and regret, yearning for forgiveness. They're not just saying sorry, they're feeling it in every fiber of their being. It's a deep-seated remorse that compels them to make amends. They're desperate for you to see the change in them, to recognize that they're not the same person who contemplated such actions. This isn't about getting off easy, it's about transforming and growing from their errors. They're committed to doing better, to being someone you can trust and rely on again. Their hope is to rebuild the shattered pieces, to mend what was broken, and to restore the warmth and closeness that once defined your friendship. With every passing moment, they're bracing themselves for the moment of truth. The thought of approaching you, of admitting their faults, sends waves of fear through them, yet they're determined to face it head on. They understand the magnitude of their actions and the potential consequences, but the prospect of losing your trust forever is a fate they're not willing to accept without a fight. They're ready to stand in vulnerability, to open their heart and let honesty lead the way. In this moment of raw honesty, they're not just seeking absolution, they're pledging a promise. A promise to never wander down that path again, to uphold the values of friendship and trust that were momentarily forgotten. They're reaching out not just for forgiveness, but for a chance to prove their worth, to show that everyone has the capacity for change. This plea for understanding is their way of saying, I value you, our friendship, and I'm willing to do whatever it takes to make things right. It's a testament to their growth, a sign that they've stepped out of the shadows of their mistakes, eager to walk in the light of accountability and renewed trust. God's gently asking you to listen to their side and give them a shoulder to lean on. They messed up, planning something not so nice against you, but now they're truly sorry. They hope you can forgive them this one time so you don't push them away. Your positive response will make them really happy, and they'll be super grateful for your kindness, maybe even tear up a bit. They feel so lucky to have you and promise they won't mess up like this again. Heads up, because God's planning to sprinkle some extra blessings your way, thanking you for being so kind-hearted. Get ready to catch those blessings. If you're open to it, just say amen to show you're on board. Thanks.